Straight ahead on 12 News, a reason for North Hennepin Community College to celebrate. But first, a decision in Robbinsdale that some will be happy about and others won't be. 12 News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. After much debate and a lot of controversy, the Robbinsdale City Council unanimously approved a demolition permit for the Terrace Theater.
However, it's not over yet. A group calling themselves Friends of the Historic Terrace filed a lawsuit to stop the demolition. Reporter Sonia Goins joins us now with the latest.
Mike and Alex, the debate over whether to build a Hy-Vee grocery store and to redevelop the Terrace Mall has been going on for months. Last night, it all came to a head as residents voiced their opinion.
But here we are tonight.
It was standing room only as residents packed the city council chambers to sound off on the issue.
I support the redevelopment of the Terrace Mall. However, I do not support the demolition of the Terrace Theater.
Hy-Vee wanted to build a 91,000 square foot store on the property. But to do that, the Iowa-based grocery chain would have to tear down the Terrace Theater.
There's nothing to save. It's built on swamp. It's set there with mold and everything else for years.
Hy-Vee pulled out of the deal on August 18th after catching a lot of heat. The group Save the Terrace threatened to boycott the grocery store.
I am in favor of restoring the Terrace Theater, not because I have great memories there, which I do, but because I think it's an architectural phenomenon.
Most of the people who spoke at the special meeting were in favor of Hy-Vee building in Birdtown.
If it's possible to bring Hy-Vee back to the table, I will wholeheartedly support whatever it takes to do that. I've already emailed and called Hy-Vee.
In the end, the city council gave approval for the demolition permit.
Solomon?
Yes.
Backen?
Yes.
Flanagan?
Yes.
Rogan?
Yes.
And Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
However, the city council is facing another challenge. The group Friends of the Historic Terrace filed a lawsuit on Monday asking a judge for a temporary restraining order.
It is a historic site and has been determined to be a historic site by the State Historic Preservation Office.
Mike and Alex, on Thursday, a judge will decide whether or not to issue a temporary restraining order and stop the demolition of the Terrace Theater. In Robbinsdale, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
All right, thanks, Sonia. At this point, there is no official date set for the Terrace Theater demolition. So will Hy-Vee come back to the table? Robbinsdale city officials are working hard to encourage Hy-Vee to move forward with their proposal.
We've been in continuous discussion with Hy-Vee. We've let them know that the citizens of Robbinsdale, that our council members and the staff have been talking to, are overwhelmingly supportive of the Hy-Vee development.
Robbinsdale cites results of a survey conducted over this past weekend. More than 1,600 Robbinsdale residents responded on the city's website or through social media, and more than 85% were in support of the Hy-Vee development, while more than 14% oppose.
After 3 hours of discussion Tuesday night, the Robbinsdale City Council heard something they probably haven't heard in a long time, an applause. One Robbinsdale City Council member called the last few weeks a taxing time filled with acrimony on both sides.
It's a hard choice to say, that we're going to get rid of a building that so many people feel, a lot of passion about. But for me, I think it's the only way forward.
Well, it's a sad day that the theater is going, and I encourage people to find ways to memorialize it. It's a wonderful day for Robbinsdale and the people that live nearby that theater, in my opinion.
Everybody needs to eat every day, not every week, every day. And a grocery store is going to drive traffic like almost no other anchor tenant can drive traffic.
No matter what, there's going to be people that are going to be upset, and that doesn't sit well with me. And that's kept me up at night, and I apologize. I like to make everybody happy.
Mayor Reagan Murphy says he's also talked to Hackenmuller Meats, Willett Bakery, and who Hy-Vee may take business away from, and Murphy says both are in favor of the Hy-Vee plan.
Meantime, members of the Save the Terrace group say they are disappointed with how things stand. The Save the Terrace group is not affiliated with the lawsuit, but the group is now working to preserve pieces of the Terrace Theater if demolition of the 1950s building does go forward.
We've always been about preservation of the theater. We are currently working, I spoke with Regan Murphy last night, we're currently working together to try to find a compromise in order to retain some of the architectural and historic artifacts out of the theater.
David Leonard says they will keep working with the mayor and the city to save some pieces from the theater that could possibly be displayed by the Robbinsdale Historical Society.
The Plymouth City Council held an interesting discussion Tuesday night about what to do about a vacant lot in a residential neighborhood. The city owns the lot located southwest of Highway 55 and Vicksburg Lane. It could be sold to a developer to build a single-family home, or the city could partner with a nonprofit to build a home that's either affordable or accessible for a family with disabilities. Met Council considers a single-family home affordable if it's priced at $213,000 or less. The City Council is expected to decide which way to proceed at its September 13th meeting.
Classes began this week at North Hennepin Community College, but there was another big reason to celebrate. Campus officials, teachers, and students gathered in the courtyard to commemorate the 50th anniversary of North Hennepin. The birthday party included free food and a variety of games, and as you can see, staff members also got the opportunity to show off their dancing skills as part of the celebration. And that wasn't the only celebration taking place at North Hennepin today.
As Delane Cleveland reports, the college also received a prestigious honor for their work with veterans.
It's the third day of classes at North Hennepin Community College.
Excuse me, are you part of the VA?
And Brandon Cunningham is trying to get acquainted with his new surroundings after transferring from Anoka Ramsey.
I'm actually kind of excited so far at the school. It's starting off pretty good. Friendly instructors.
The college also has a reputation for being friendly toward veterans.
Hey, General. Nice to meet you.
Which is something this member of the Army Reserve is well aware of.
Kind of makes me a little excited about this school, showing it how much support they throw towards veterans.
Cunningham isn't the only one who's noticed North Hennepin's support toward veterans.
At North Hennepin, we proudly support our veterans and thank them for their service to our country.
In the Grand Hall Wednesday morning, a group of dignitaries gathered to honor the college by proclaiming it a yellow ribbon institution.
You have created a substantial action plan to support service members, veterans, and families, and I thank you for your hard work and exceptional results.
Several hundred veterans take classes at North Hennepin, and today's ceremony serves as an acknowledgement that the college takes special care to connect service members and their families with support, training, and resources.
This work that you guys have done here is so important, and I think you know the work is not over.
It means now that you're making that commitment now as part of North Hennepin to making sure that all of the service members and their families will never be forgotten from that active duty all the way through retirement.
It's a designation that holds a lot of significance to veterans like Cunningham.
It kind of just shows that the school cares.
In Brooklyn Park, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
Coming up, enjoying the state fair with your budget in mind. We'll have some money-saving tips next.
And then a little bit later in sports, we check in with the Maple Grove Crimson in today's prep football training camp reports.
But first, cooler on Thursday. Temperatures will reach the mid-70s. Well, on Thursday, Minnesotans turn their thoughts to cheese curds, pronto pups, and pretty much anything else that's deep fried and on a stick.
And the state fair runs until Labor Day, and reporter Shannon Slatton has a few deals for you, including how to get into the fair completely free.
Going to the state fair can be a day of fun for your whole family, and it doesn't have to break the bank. There are ways to get discounts, including your admission.
There are some great ways to save some money before you even come out to the state fair.
The secret is to plan ahead. As fair workers work on last-minute touches on the food booths and Mighty Kidway, you should be putting finishing touches on your fair plans, including planning to attend on a discount day.
We offer 2 days where kids get in at a discount, 2 days for seniors, a military appreciation day for our nation's heroes, and then a day where you can present your valid public library card at any of the gates to save on admission as well.
If you want to get in free, consider volunteering. Here are just a few of the many opportunities available. Search and sign up on the State Fair website. And remember, the volunteer shifts fill up fast.
Typically, the volunteer shifts are 4 hours each, and a lot of them come with a free admission ticket and a t-shirt.
And finally, a Maple Grove church, Passion Church, which meets at Maple Grove Senior High, is giving away free State Fair tickets for first-time church attenders this Sunday. You can find out details on a special website they've set up, freestatefairticket.com.
And once you get to the fair, savings don't have to end. Stop by any info booth to get a deals, drawings, and giveaways guide for deals offered throughout the fair. For Money Savers, Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
And a few tips on getting to the fair. You can save on parking by driving to the fair and taking shuttle buses from one of 33 free park-and rides nearby.
But for only $5 round trip, you can also hop aboard a bus in the Northwest Metro and get to the Minnesota State Fair relatively hassle-free. Metro Transit buses will pick up fairgoers every day at the Bottineau Boulevard and 63rd Avenue parking ramp in Brooklyn Park. Service is every 15 minutes. On weekends, you can catch a ride from the Maple Grove Transit Station. Service there is every half hour. Remember, you can buy bus tickets in advance to get a discount.
Coming up, Plymouth Preschool celebrates its new building with an artistic touch.
Plus in sports, hear from the new coach leading the Park Center boys soccer team.
But first, something you may not know about the Minnesota State Fair. We'll be right back.
It has been practice only so far for one of the local soccer teams that made it to the state tournament last year. That changes. They have a game later this week.
Yeah, everything you're gearing up, ready or not, it's time to go. That's right. Park Center's boys soccer team did make that state tournament run last season. The Pirates have a new leader as they step into the 2016 season. There's a change at the top for Park Center boys soccer. Former Osseo player Jason Barnhouse moves up to head coach after 5 years as an assistant at Park Center.
It's been a great ride with Sean the last 5 years, learned a lot. It's been really great to learn the kids in the program here. So I'm super excited to take over and kind of be the one in charge now. So.
The Pirates won the Section 5 AA title to advance to the state tournament a season ago. It definitely gave the program a boost.
It was really fun because we really had really good and experienced players. And I think that they also inspired these kids we have right now. And I think that with these kids, we'll be able to have the same chemistry and the same experience that they learned from the ex-varsity players.
It gave them that we can do attitude. So they believe more. Yeah, I believe more. Our whole team believes more. Our whole program does. So yeah, I feel like we could do it again.
While they did lose some key players, Park Center does have 7 returners. Defender Brenton Brackey and midfielder Fuad Tahir are 2 of the better players in the Northwest Suburban Conference. Much of the D-Corps returns, including keeper Salvador Salado.
I've been playing with Brenton for 4 years now on this varsity team, and Fuad as well. But knowing that I recognize these players well outside of high school and also inside of high school, so it helps, having a comfortable back line.
Our back four will all be seniors, and our defensive mid will be a senior. So a lot of varsity years of experience back there, so it should be pretty strong.
They'll have to find scoring punch, but with good team speed and some pretty good talent overall, this looks like another winning group for Park Center. The Pirates open the season Thursday night at North St. Paul. Well, Matt Lombardi has built Maple Grove into a consistent top-flight football program. The Crimson reached the state semifinals last season, but do have some holes to fill this fall. Here's today's training camp report. Maple Grove's reached the point where they expect to contend each fall. They reached the state semifinals for a second straight time last season. They're eager to get started pursuing a championship this year.
Well, I see great talent and a lot of just everyone here wants the same thing, that's to win. Win every play, win every series, win every game. Everyone expects nothing less than just greatness and excellence.
There will be plenty of new faces in the lineup this season. A third-year starter at quarterback Brad Davison leads the offense. Running back Ryan Hanscom will step into a bigger role. Like a few other teams in the area, Maple Grove will try to replace a true superstar, the graduated Isaac Collins.
He played about 5 positions. Hopefully we can find 5 people that do a good job at each of those spots, I think. And we're getting there. I think it's going to give a lot more people opportunities. And he's someone that obviously left a legacy here, but hopefully we can build on what he left us and get better.
The defense doesn't have a lot of returners, but there is talent. Linebackers Zion Allen and Tony Yoksimovich and DB Carter Kitterman are among the top guys to watch.
We've got a lot of talent on this defense, and we've got some attitude, and that's going to be the game changer for us on the defense right now.
Everyone on our defense is ruthless, and we all want the same thing, and we want to strike fear into every single offense to understand that we will win.
Part of Maple Grove's rise has been treating every game the same, but it's hard to pretend the opener against arch rival and defending state champ Osseo isn't a bigger game than most.
This one's huge, and it's awesome. You know, everybody's hyping it up, and you know, week one, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome.
I think the last few years, I think Osseo and Maple Grove have been two of the better programs in the state. I think so. Whether we were rivals or not, it's a big game, and I think having it be a rivalry is even more fun. I think it's got a little of that Michigan-Ohio State flair, and so obviously we want to beat them, and they want to beat us, and I think it is a bragging rights in the community thing. So it's a game. Obviously, it's fun to come out with something so much at stake. Game one.
They hope it's a tone setter for what the Crimson expect to be a good season. Here's a rundown on the Crimson. They were 9-3, losing to Eastridge in the Class 6A semifinals. Coach Lombardi is 42-13, entering season number 6 at Maple Grove. 5 starters are back on offense and 2 on defense. And we will have that opener against Osseo live on 12 Sports next Thursday. So a great way to jump on the gate here.
One to watch.
2 big ones right away.
That'd be a good
Thanks a lot, Jay. Still ahead, a work of art that's about to catch a toddler's attention.
And we'll be right back.
And finally, a colorful new mural will welcome young students to the Wayzata Early Learning School in Plymouth this fall.
Yeah, a curved wall in a hallway was just a big white canvas until artist Kevin Cleaver got his hands and paintbrushes on it. Now it's a big, playful painting. With character for every letter of the alphabet, it's meant to get kids thinking, and yes, it's okay to touch.
I was trying to go for something that's interactive with, because this is really the only way into the building for parents and kids to come in. So I was going for something interactive where the kids can go right up to the wall, touch it, find letters of the alphabet, find things that they stand for.
It's a place where parents can leave their children and the children can transition to school. And it's a spot on the way back out to the buses where we say, well, let's go see if we can find the letter H today.
Local Fusion Soccer Club sponsored the artist's time and supplies on this project, and as you saw, they have plenty of other white walls in the building that they would like to cover with similar murals. They just need some sponsors to make it happen.
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. It's really cool. That'll do it. That's it for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We will see you back here again tomorrow starting at 4 o'clock.